There is disagreement tonight over what taxpayers should have to pay for in Arizona's school voucher program. Here's an example. A new proposed handbook puts a $2,000 spending limit on personal computers, but no limit on Legos. And as 12 News journalist Joe Dana explains, critics say that's one of the problems.
All of this matters because the ESA program is growing in size and cost. Just over $700 million to the state budget last fiscal year. Now the Department of Ed wants to place caps on certain areas of spending by parents.
And we all agreed that certain things should have a cap on them.
The chair of an ESA parent committee making her case alongside the state superintendent Monday.
I liken it almost to like insurance policy. You know, you get coverages, you know what you're going to be reimbursed for and what's going to be covered.
The average ESA parent gets about $9,400 to spend on private education. Changes in the proposed handbook would include a $2,000 spending limit on personal computers, a $1,500 limit on things like power tools categorized as vocational ed, and a $4,000 limit on musical instruments. The handbook also specifies purchases banned, including water slides, children's car seats, footwear, gift cards, and greenhouses larger than 100 square feet. How the final version of the handbook will look is unclear. During a state education board meeting Monday, many ESA parents objected to changes.
This handbook violates ESA's intent, limits parental choice, and undermines trust.
It feels like the ESA administrator and staff are working against us parents.
The handbook does not outline restrictions for other controversial expenses like snow ski passes and Legos. Last year, 12 News reported on more than $1 million of Lego sets purchased by ESA parents over a span of 9 months, including dozens of high-end theme sets over $500 each. Manipulatives like Legos and blocks would be considered general ed purchases with no spending limit. The board put off voting on a new version of the handbook until next month, more than 2.5 years after the state unleashed hundreds of millions of dollars in new spending for private ed. The debate rages on about how the program should be run. Now, creating these limits does not mean the state saves money. Parents are guaranteed an amount for ESAs, whether they spend it or not. The money rolls over to the next year. The student can access it for other educational purposes after high school graduation. Joe Dana, 12 News.